Boom, 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 bam. Welcome back to another edition of the Great Debate Show. Hold up, that doesn't look good at all. I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Okay. Hope that's better. I think that is. Okay, there we go. All right. Boom, boom, bam. Welcome back to another edition of the Great Debate Show. It's your favorite Uncle JJ. Welcome back to the dungeon. I'm back. Better than ever, baby. Up in this bitch. And I'm back for a live stream. Yesterday, there was an episode out. If you think that your uncle didn't put out any content yesterday, you're wrong. And if you didn't see it, you're not following or you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel. There is content out. Yesterday, I dropped a video. It was actually supposed to drop on Tuesday. Had some technical difficulties. I'm still going through some technical difficulties, but y'all bear with me. I'm going to get it right. I'm having some issues with my new streaming software that I'm trying to, use. And it's working, but the problem is my notification stuff is messed up. I had a few good videos out earlier in the week. Nobody saw them because of the notification settings. So I'm trying to get that straight. And literally nobody on YouTube was able to really see the stuff. So y'all got to bear with me. This has been a week where I've been trying to learn this process and give you all a better presentation. But I got frustrated with it. I'm not going to lie to you. And I said, to hell with it. I got things to do. I got bills to pay. So let me just go ahead and hit you with the regular setup for now and go ahead and give you some content for today. Again, if you missed the content from yesterday, please go pull that up. It's on TikTok. The video is on YouTube. The Great Debate Show is available on all social media platforms. I'm gonna give a few more of you a little more time to come in, and I'm about to go over WWE Wrestlepalooza predictions, college football picks for Week 4, a few games, some of the more meaningful games, and tonight's game, Thursday Night Football, Buffalo Bills hosting the Miami Dolphins. A lot of people think that if the Dolphins get blown out tonight, Mike McDaniel and General Manager Will Greer could be out. But I've got some news for you that says otherwise. I'll explain in a moment. A few more news, with a few players who are out. I'll go ahead and give you that. What's up, Jofi Joe? He said, what's good? Good. What's good, bro? How are you? Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. Hope all is well with you. M-Town in the house on YouTube. I can get everybody to come in on YouTube the regular way, but when I try to do it with the software, my new OBS studio, I'm having issues. So I'm about to go ahead and get the StreamYard stuff popping. That seems like what needs to be done. When I get the notification stuff set up, I'll be able to give you all a different presentation. If you go back and check it out now, there is a few videos up with that new presentation and that new look that I have on YouTube. You have to subscribe to the channel and go check it out. If you missed any content or you think that I haven't provided any, you have to go subscribe to the YouTube channel and or follow here on TikTok because there are videos up. All right, let me let a few more people come in here and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I hope all is well. Kings and queens, my nieces and nephews, I hope you're having a terrific Thursday. It is Thursday, September 18th, 2025. We'll be saying 2026 before you know it. Funny how time flies. Okay. Joe said Christian Gonzalez is finally back to practice. He's a Patriot fan, and I hope that's good news for you, brother. I hope it is. But the Patriots don't look like what the people told me the Patriots would look like. Drake May, is he having a sophomore slump? Jaden Daniels is dealing with a knee sprain, and he is uncertain. His status is uncertain for Sunday. Is he going to have a sophomore slump? Bo Nix is not looking really good. Is he having a sophomore slump? We'll find out. I want to thank Alex. I'm just going to say 22 because I don't want to box your name. I don't want to botch your name. But thank you for following me on TikTok. Thank you very much. I encourage everyone to follow and share this live stream. It really helps me out in the algorithm. All right, I'm about to get started. Let me speak to my good people on TikTok. My nieces and nephews. What's going on? What's up to Street Racer 22? What's up to Texas Terry, Miller, Jacoby Myers, Quentin Johnston, Devontae Smith? Y'all got to stop giving me y'all fantasy stuff. I don't play fantasy and I really don't care about it. That's just me wasting time reading it. I don't know what to tell you. Some stuff I can see it and be like, all right, yeah, that's a good one. But for the most part, thank you, King Apollo. He says you have my 2 favorite belts. Thank you. So 4-9, bang, bang. Again, shout out to Texas Terry 8 and Miller and Ron Pale. Thank you, Ron. Says I love the belt. Alex, again, thank you for following. 49ers fan, yes, sir. That's right. Bang, bang. Thoughts on a new kicker? I think he's better than what we had. I think he's better than what we had, King. What's going on today, Unc? I can't call it O-Block. O-Block Day is back in the building. Thank you for joining me, man. Y'all, there's some content y'all ain't watching. I'm looking at the numbers. Y'all you cannot just watch me live, y'all, okay? I hope I haven't spoiled you all with the live streams. You have to go check out the videos. I'm not able to go live every day. I work just like you all. And a lot of times I'm not able to be here at the regular scheduled programming. That's why I don't even say noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific anymore. I just say follow and subscribe. You never know when I might pop up. But if you follow and subscribe on YouTube, whenever I pop up, I'm gonna pop up on your screen. And I'm not trying to bore you to death or make your ears bleed when I say that. I'm just trying to make sure y'all don't miss out on the content. There's a video up from TikTok that I did yesterday evening. It's got under 100 views. Come on, we can do better than that. I've got nearly 3,000 and we're working on 3,000 followers. We're getting close to that goal here on TikTok. But if I've got over 2,500 followers, we need more than 95 viewers on that video. And if you didn't see it, I don't know why I'm not popping up in your algorithm. All right. Zay Flowers or Marvin Harrison? Zay Flowers. Marvin Harrison plays my Niners this weekend, so I hope it's not Marvin Harrison Jr. Fiends over the Bills says Dino Red. Okay. That is a bold prediction. We will see. We will see. Mac Jones, Super Bowl time. All right, King Apollo. I don't know. Thoughts on the Niners game? Good game. And if I talked about the Niners game. I did. If you missed that, there's content available. I hate to say it again, but their content is available on the YouTube channel and here on TikTok. Well, if it was a live stream, you'd have to go to YouTube to check it out. But I've already broke down week 2 in the NFL. I've already got a video out right now titled Glock Purdy or Mac 10, along with Joe Burrow and why I blame him on what's going on with his injury in Cincinnati. It's great content on the YouTube channel. If you missed it, please go back and check it out. Whiskey Stones, what's up? Z Pitt, what's up with you? Thank you again for that comment, Michael. I think I said that right, 678. Angel Savant, thank you. All right, enough of the comment reading. Can't wait for Saturday. Wow, what happened Saturday? Who you got? Who you playing? Who's playing who? I got some college games coming up in a minute here. What's up to Marcus Kemper, Kawhi, and all of you all? Thank you very much. Okay, let's get to it. YouTube, Shane Riley is back. Thank you, man. He said it's good to see you, bro. You too, brother. Thank you. What's up to, okay, that's it. Shane also says, bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's keep it rolling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all, I have talked about Brock Purdy and Mac Jones. That video content is up on the YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's some very good content. And I want to say this to my Niner gang while I got you here, because this is something that I hope you all will not do. From what I see on the internet, especially X, formerly known as Twitter, there's a lot of 49er fans, and this is why our fan base is so split, so divided. A lot of fan bases, so I'm told, are so divided. It needs to stop. Everybody is beefing right now and bumping heads. You know, the whole Niner gang, the whole Niner empire about Brock Purdy and Mac Jones. We all know that Mac Jones had one good game against the New Orleans Saints. We get that. Now, I will say this, the Saints are not as bad as everybody is, making them to be. And Spencer Rattler made some good throws on Sunday against the Niners. The Cardinals barely beat them, just like we barely beat them. I don't think they're as garbage as we thought they would be. They probably won't win 3, 4, 5 games, but they will be in a lot of these games. But I digress. Mac Jones played one good game against the Saints. I get it. We all get it. But don't just shit on a fan for being excited about it because he has more zip on the ball than Purdy. You know? Or because somebody says something that you don't like them saying about Brock Purdy in the negative way. Or vice versa. Somebody says something about Mac Jones. Oh, he's trash. It's one game. Brock Purdy's the man. He'll be back. Okay. Let's just be happy with the wins. No matter who wins or loses. I mean, no matter who's at quarterback. If you're a Niner fan, just be fucking happy with the win. Period. Period. I went off on a few people yesterday on X because I got tired of seeing it. And it just doesn't make any sense. I don't give a damn if the quarterback is Brock Purdy or Mac Jones. I don't give a damn if the quarterback is the president of the United States. I don't give a damn if the quarterback is Bart Simpson. I don't. I just want to fucking win. So to the Niner fans, Niner Empire, please stop beefing and bumping heads and dividing the fan base all because of a quarterback. Are you a Brock Purdy fan or a 49er? Are you a Mac Jones fan or a 49er? If you're a 49er, then you're going to be there regardless. What happened to all of that red and gold till I'm dead and cold? You're going to do that regardless of who the quarterback is. This is starting to remind me of Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick. And I told you all this would happen. And he's only played one game. Now, for the people who can't stand Mac Jones and who are arguing and beefing because they think people are just exaggerating and they're glazing over Mac Jones, you can't say shit good about anybody without you being glazing or dick riding. And you can't say anything negative without being a fucking hater. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy your team and watch that shit. Or don't watch it. I don't give a damn. This is to the people who are talking that shit. I'm not talking about you all. Just to the people who know. And they know who they are. Who are getting upset with fellow Niner fans. Just be happy with the win. And that'll be that. That's all you got to do. Just chill on that. Pump the brakes. If Mac Jones wins 3 more games and 49er fans say, oh shit, don't go back to Brock. Don't be mad at them for saying that. It's just they want what they want. But they still want to win at the end of the day. And for anybody that says the hell with Mac Jones, I want my Brock Purdy, don't be mad at anybody for saying that. They like Brock Purdy. It is what it is. Okay? I'm just happy with the Niners win, and I hope we can go 3-0 Sunday, whether it's Brock Purdy or Mac Jones under center. And the word is Brock Purdy is this close to starting. Now, you know why that is. Because he sees that everybody is glazing, that's what you all like to say, over Mac Jones. And he needs to get back. And I told you all he would do this. But what's going to happen is, if he's not 100%, which we know he's not, he's going to fuck around and get hurt even worse and be out for a lot longer than he's supposed to be out. So for anybody that's saying, yeah, come on back, Brock, are you sure you want him back? This is the way it goes. Brock, I need you to get healthy. Take as much time as you need. That's what you tell Purdy as long as Mac Jones is playing good football. As soon as Mac Jones start playing bad, Brock, I hope you're healthy now because it's time for you to get your ass back on the field. That's just how it works. Point blank, period. Now, I almost hate that I came up with the theory that this Purdy and Mac Jones incident is going to be the same drama that we had with Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick. But I predicted it, and y'all are already starting to fuss about it. Just please stop the violence, stop the hate. We're supposed to be all on one team, one tree, one circle, and that is bang, bang, Niner gang. All right, I'm about to get into this game tonight. I'll read a few more comments, and I'm going to get started because I think I have everybody's attention now. What's up to Herp Nerp coming in saying, yeah, Niners all day, baby. You got that right. Bang, bang. And we're not going to beef about who's the quarterback. We just want to win, right? Right. We're going to have our opinions on who should be playing. But go check out the content. Colin Cowherd broke down something that was very, 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 very interesting. He said that, yes, Brock Purdy is better than Mac Jones. However, he doesn't think he's $265 million better than Mac Jones. He's kind of got a point. I'll leave it at that. If Mac Jones goes to stink it up Sunday, yes, come on back, Purdy. But I don't think Purdy should be trying to come back this fast. The Rams game, I could see in a couple weeks. But this Cardinal game, I think he should be trying to get a little bit more rest. And that toe is something that lingers all season long. He's coming back because he saw something in Mac Jones that a lot of other people are seeing. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see what happens, though. Okay. Shane Riley said, I don't care who's the quarterback as long as they can get dubs. That's what everybody should be thinking, Shane. Exactly. Al Petrick is in the building, said, hi, I like your wrestling belt. Thank you, man. I'm about to give you my WWE Wrestlepalooza predictions shortly here, if I can just get started. Let's talk about our great defense. I wouldn't say it's great, Felix, but it is better than what people think. And I think what makes it so unique is that they're still young and inexperienced, and Robert Saleh is doing a pretty good job. He's making the most out of what he's got. And you can't debate that. I would say Upton Stout is getting better. I would say that I still want to see him not get so many completions that comes on him, but he still had great blitzes, good sacks, pressures, a few PBUs. I also think that Jair Brown, they finding ways to get him on the field. I would still like to see Chase Lucas. And Alfred Collins, somebody that I've been kind of hard on. I looked at his, kind of critical on. I shouldn't have said it that way. I've been kind of highly critical of Alfred Collins. But after looking at the All-22, he actually made a few plays in the backfield against the run. He does his swim move a little too much, but it is becoming more effective. And I like how he doesn't give up on plays even when he's kind of out of the play. He's cleaning up. And for it to just be 2 games, I saw a big difference with him and Mykel Williams from week 1 to week 2. Shout out to Chris Kasurik. I was just kind of getting hard on him. Critical of him. Stop saying that, Unc. I was, pretty critical of him too, because some players have came and gone and they didn't get the most out of Chris Kasurik and his supposedly great defensive line coaching. But Alfred Collins and Mykel Williams has definitely picked it up. I was really impressed with Mykel, but Alfred did a few things that I didn't notice when I was at the airport trying to watch that stuff, and my Wi-Fi was kind of janky. Let's see here. Chris can coach his ass off, says Felix. Sometimes he can, I think, and I don't know if it's the players or him, man. I think sometimes people kind of over-exaggerate with how good he is. There's some players like Yatur Moss-Groats, whatever the hell his name is, Cleveland Farrell. He's not getting the most out of those guys. Maybe they're just not that good, though. And if they're not, get them off the damn team. It's just a wasted body and a wasted roster spot. But I do see the coaching with Alfred Collins, because he's made a 180 damn near from just 1 week. I'll give you that, Felix. Miami will probably go 0-17, says Matthew McBride. Well, I've got some news saying that their jobs are not on the line yet. It's not playoff or bust for the general manager or the head coach in Miami. That's what the Athletic just said. So they don't have to make the playoffs, and we know they probably won't. I don't know. Go 49ers. Cook them other birds. Cardinals, let's go. I hope you're right, man. I sure hope we do that. Thank you for the comment, Bay Poppy. What's up to Ro? Thank you for joining. Felix also. Naomi, what do you think about the O-line? I think it's much better. And I hate this. I'm not actually celebrating this man's injury. But they say he was already dealing with a leg injury. And maybe that's why he didn't look sharp. But Ben Barch looked like trash. And now that he's hurt, Connor Colby has stepped in and did a great job. Now, I think Spencer Burford stepped in first, and then he got hurt too. So, here we go. Connor Colby, I think Colby Connor or Connor Colby? Connor Colby. He's doing a good job. He looked pretty damn good to me. So, maybe that O-line will be better than what we expected or what we think. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see here. Big Steel Legend Wrestlers in the building. Said, hi, brother. Former NWA, WCW, WWF wrestling superstar saying hi. What's up with you, man? I remember you. I hope all is well with you. Hope all is well. He was a wrestler. Look at all those promotions that he wrestled for. Do we have any more QB, any more cornerbacks? Because I'm tired of Renardo Green getting cooked. Yeah, that's my Florida State Seminole, but I can't be biased at all. He's not doing what everybody said he would do. We got Chase Lucas. I would like to see him on the field. I don't understand how somebody played that good in the preseason cannot get on the field here. I know he's more of a nickel corner, but I don't know. Let's try him outside. I don't know. Or I don't know. But you're right, Joe Johnson. You're absolutely right. He could be better. Michael Williams is showing out, Felix. You're absolutely right. I don't know if the Niners get the win over the Cardinals. Niner Nation got to show up in the Bay. Thank you for the comment, Joseph Trimmer. This is usually a game that's kind of a trap. When we play Seattle and Arizona at home, we tend to lose those games. Then we go on the road and we go to the desert and we beat their ass. But I want to go 3-0. I think we can go 3-0. I think they've got a few players that are going to be out too, so we may catch a break with the Cardinals. Will Johnson, the rookie cornerback who has looked pretty good. I think he hasn't been practicing this week. We'll know tomorrow if he's going to play or not. But I don't know if he will. But, you know, they got Calais Campbell, who actually won the game for the Cardinals last week as Carolina came back, and they barely got that win over the Panthers. They've got Josh Sweat. This is going to be a tough one, but if we can get this one, hey, we will be 2-0 in the division and 3-0 in the NFC and overall. That will be a very good win. The offense for Arizona has not been doing that good, but let me just pause on that. Let me get to what I got to get to, because I don't want to be here long and I can't hold y'all today. My week 3 predictions will be tomorrow. Tomorrow. I will do those tomorrow. Today, just Thursday Night Football, Wrestlepalooza, and a few of these college football picks. I want to give a shout out to my boy, Big Jimmy. Thank you for following the Great Debate Show on TikTok. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's see here. And see, Felix, okay, your opinion is Purdy is better than Mac. I don't give a damn if Mac is better than Purdy or Purdy is better than Mac. All I'm saying is let's just be happy with the wins. I don't care who we get them with. I don't. They're both average or below average if you want to be real. We don't have a damn Josh Allen. We don't have a Lamar Jackson. We don't have a Joe Burrow. We don't have any of that. We don't. But we've got 2 solid, competent quarterbacks, and it's the best it's going to get. And I'll take it because that's the best we can do right now. That's the best we can do. But I don't want to debate about who's better. I don't. Let's just keep watching and let's just see how this shit pans out. I have a theory that the script is going to go like I already told you. If you watch the video, you would know. And I'm going to be right because for the most part, I am. All right. Tonight. Dolphins at Bills. Let's get it popping. The Dolphins are going to lose more than likely, right? I mean, the Bills should be 1-1, not 2-0. But we know what happened week 1 against the Ravens. They got that win even though they shouldn't have got it. But the defense is not as bad as we think. I think the Ravens' offense is just really, really good. Because, man, did you see what the Bills did to the Jets? After the Jets had put up 35, 38 points against the Steelers, who looks to be pretty weak too on defense. That means the Bills' defense isn't that bad. They're moving into a new stadium next season I didn't know about. This could be Buffalo's year. I'm not sure. Josh Allen is looking like the best quarterback in football. I just don't see how the Dolphins win this game. You've got Mike McDaniel and, him saying some of the craziest things at the press conferences. You've got Tyreek Hill talking about if he's getting special treatment or not, admitting that he skipped meetings. You've got Tua giving way too much credit to Josh Allen. Not that he's wrong, but it's like, dude, how about you just be better? We know you're not Josh Allen, but how about you try to get close to it? And he cost them the game last week against the Patriots at home. This looks like this is going to be a blowout, but I'm not betting on it because like I told you all, I do not make any bets or parlays when it comes to the NFL until after week 4. This is just week 3. This could be a game where they get everybody to put their money on Buffalo, though, to cover, because I'm pretty sure the money line is pretty outrageous. I'm not looking at it right now, but I bet you it's every bit of minus 400, minus 500. And all the talk about if they go 0-3, they're fired. Everybody's fired. Coach, general manager, what if the Bills lose this game? What if? It's a short week. We've got Ed Oliver, who's out. We've got, what's his name? The linebacker. No, I got it in here somewhere. Let me see, can I find it? Y'all know. Y'all can tell me. Y'all probably going to tell me before I even find it. I can't think of his name right now. Neither one of them show up when they need you to. That guy Yeager said, "What up, big time? You got it, brother. It's you. It's you." Okay. Oh, the Vikings also signed Desmond Ridder while J.J. McCarthy is out. Man, what's that dude's name, y'all? Help me out. The linebacker for Buffalo. Anyway, he and Ed Oliver are not playing tonight. So you never know. This could still be a trap game. I doubt it, but I mean, Ed Oliver not playing, in the middle. Man, what's that guy's name, man? I can't find it, man. Y'all know that linebacker I'm talking about. He's kind of their best player, but he's not playing. Let's see if somebody help. Matt Milano. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, CNC. Matt Milano and Ed Oliver are out tonight. Do you think that matters? Or does it not matter? Buffalo's still going to beat the brakes off of them. And you're probably right. But Matt Milano and Ed Oliver is out. All I'm saying is I wouldn't bet. But if you did, put a small wager on Miami just for the hell of it. I mean, I'm just saying, I expect Buffalo to win this game. But with Ed Oliver and Matt Milano being out, that'll be a good excuse on why the Dolphins offense kind of starts clicking again. They're playing on the road, but it's not cold. It's not freezing in Buffalo just yet. It's probably like 60 degrees still. So I would say that be careful with that. If everybody has put their money on Buffalo, and more than likely they'll put their money on Buffalo to cover, you never know. But I'm going Buffalo Bills 3-0, Dolphins 0-3. Maybe we can go ahead and start trading some of these players like Tyreek Hill if he doesn't get suspended. The NFL is investigating his domestic violence issues with his estranged wife. They're going through a divorce settlement right now, and we'll see how that turns out. Also, Jalen Waddle. Let's trade him also. Maybe that running back, why hold on to some of these good players when you've only got a few good players? All around, this is not really a good football roster. So I'm going to say the Dolphins lose, but I'm just saying, y'all, be careful if you're betting. I wouldn't do it. Buffalo's still going to beat the brakes off of Miami. You're probably right, Yeager. I just wanted to tell y'all to be cautious. As Naomi would say, proceed with caution if you're a betting person. All right. Baker Mayfield's scan came back clean. The Buccaneers quarterback should be good to go versus the Jets despite his Monday Night Football hits. That's according to Ian Rappaport. Congratulations to Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. They're expecting a child. The rapper confirmed she and the Patriots wide receiver are set to welcome first child together. Okay. Also, the Bengals hope that Joe Burrow returns. Cincinnati is eyeing a mid-December return for the quarterback to play, but they know that's not a slam dunk. No, it's not. But Jake Browning, some people seem to think Jake Browning, the backup in Cincinnati, can keep the Bengals right at 500, keep their nose right above water by mid-December. The Giants offensive coordinator said that Jackson Dart is lucky. Mike Kafka believes that the rookie quarterback is in a good spot right now playing behind Russ. I wonder why the Minnesota Vikings have not tried to trade for Jameis Winston. Maybe they don't think McCarthy's going to be out the full 4 weeks, even though it's 2 to 4 weeks. And nobody wants to touch Kirk Cousins. According to some sources, people around the league think Kirk Cousins is done. And that's the reason why nobody's called for him on a trade. That and he's got a lot of guaranteed money that the Falcons have to pay, and they want the trading partner to pay most of that. But Jameis Winston, I'm surprised they didn't kick the tires on him. I guess Kevin O'Connell knows better. He doesn't mind him throwing 10 touchdowns during J.J. McCarthy's absence, but he also doesn't want 10 interceptions to come with that. Quishon Judkins is listed as the RB1 for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns rookie is ahead of Dylan Sampson now and Jerome Ford on the official depth chart. Okay, NBA news. Adam Silver talks the Kawhi scandal. The commissioner says the league may change investment and endorsement rules after the Kawhi investigation. Okay. What else I got here? And I'm going to get into some college football. 1 second. 1 second. I think I got a little bit more football news. I think the Vikings put Aaron Jones on IR. The running back will miss a minimum of 4 weeks. All of these players going on IR, man. What's up? What's up with all these injuries? The Vikings, because of that, they had to sign Cam Akers. That's my guy out of Mississippi, Clinton, Mississippi. He's now signing with the Minnesota Vikings for a 3rd time. The veteran running back joining Minnesota for yet another stint. That's according to Adam Schefter. What else do I got here? The Vikings also signed quarterback Desmond Ridder. The quarterback is now on the 53-man roster after J.J. McCarthy's injury. That's according to Ian Rappaport. And some interesting news about Joe Burrow. I talked about him yesterday. You all want to catch that content. It's on TikTok and it's on YouTube. I kind of blame Joe Burrow for his injury and why. You got to check out that content and I'll explain further why if you check it out. But here is something that kind of confirms everything I said on yesterday's regular upload. That's why y'all got to follow and subscribe because I'm not live streaming every day. Joe Burrow has already been sacked 27 more times than Andrew Luck, despite playing 15 fewer games. Luck retired at 29 years old due to injuries. Burrow is now 28. Andrew Luck was sacked 174 times. Joe Burrow has already sacked 201 times in 71 games. Now, that's just the sacks. He gets hit a lot too, even when he doesn't get sacked. And I have said months ago, I hope Joe Burrow ends up being more Joe Montana, but sometimes I think he's going to be more Andrew Luck. And here's the stats right here to confirm everything that I've said. We'll see, though. That stat is crazy, and that's why he should have been saying, hey, fix this offensive line. I don't need T. Higgins. I don't need Trey Hendrickson. All I need is Jamar Chase. And I told y'all that's what he should have been saying. The Dubs, the Golden State Warriors, that is, are eyeing a big 2027 free agency. They're eyeing 2027 free agents, big 2027 free agents. The Warriors want maximum flexibility when Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jokic, let me say that again. The Dubs are eyeing big 2027 free agents, and the Warriors want maximum flexibility when Giannis Antetokounmpo and Jokic could hit the open market, according to The Athletic. Now, we heard like right after the NBA Finals or during the finals, we heard the general manager or the owner, for the, it was somebody for the Nuggets in the front office who was talking about getting out of the second apron. And they actually said some things about we would hate to trade Jokic, Nikola Jokic. And a lot of people were like, what the hell did he say that for? I don't know if he really meant it or not, but he was just saying some of these teams try so hard. But thank you, Yeager. That guy Yeager says, I like the new logo. Thank you, brother. Yeah, all of that good stuff is coming on a consistent basis as soon as I can figure out this software issue that I've been having. That's the only reason why you're looking at me in the regular platform right now, the regular presentation, in this setup. But yeah, man, so the Dubs are trying to have maximum flexibility just in case Giannis and Jokic is available, and I think that means they'll go for both of them. Again, thank you for that comment, that guy Yeager. Thank you for the compliment. Do you think the Warriors would actually get Jokic and Giannis? Do you think both of them would even be available? I don't think Denver would be wise to make Jokic available, but the guy did say when we were watching the Pacers and the Thunder in the finals, he did make a slick remark about how getting out of the second apron sometimes requires for you to do things like trading your best franchise player away. And he did speak on that. He didn't say Jokic's name. He said his jersey number. And I don't really know what his number is, so that's why I just said his name. But yeah, does this mean the Dubs are giving up for 2026? The 2025-2026 season? Does it mean that the Dubs are not going to even really put up a fight? Or are they just saying are they just trying to tell the Dub Nation, don't expect much? they're putting all their cookies, their eggs in the basket for 2027. We will see. But again, I don't know why Jokic would be available. Now, Giannis, I don't know. That's up in the air. He should be trying to get out of there right now, but he's not. Sean McVay tore his plantar. Fascia. Yeah, it's something in his foot. Rams head coach reveals the sideline foot injury happened during week 2, during that win week 2. That ain't going to matter. His brain still works good. So the Rams could pull off the upset in Philadelphia this Sunday. We'll see. I'll predict those games tomorrow on a Fantastic Friday. The tush-push argument is back. Why don't all teams use it? Why don't they use the unstoppable play? And why are some teams hating that it didn't pass when they voted? Well, it was only 2 teams. They were just 2 votes short of it actually passing through for them to actually ban the tush-push, but that didn't happen. And the NFL, of course, said that Brady did not break any rules. The league says that the Raiders' minority owner, Tom Brady, didn't violate any rules while wearing a headset in the coaching booth on Monday. Okay. The Bucs defensive tackle is out for the season. Kalijah Kancey. He had a torn pec. He suffered that on Monday night, and he is scheduled for surgery Friday, according to Adam Schefter. He's done for the season. Okay. What else I got here? Terrence Crawford takes over the super middleweight. But where does Canelo Alvarez land? You got to check that out on ESPN to find out the latest boxing rankings. Also, maybe starting next week, I'll talk about, I kind of already have though, who Canelo and Bud Crawford's next opponents should be. Or will it be those 2 against each other for a rematch? We will see. Okay, I think that's all the NFL news that I have. And we're all going Buffalo Bills over the Dolphins tonight. But again, y'all, don't bet on it because you never know. Miami fan 319 says, bro, we finna get cooked. I hope not, brother. I mean, if you do, go ahead and trade these players, man. Tyreek Hill to San Francisco, if he doesn't change the vibes in the locker room, or Jalen Waddle, I would take him. I would take either one. Touchdown Podcast said, it's Milano. Thank you for that again. Thank y'all so much. We're going to cook Buffalo, says Touchdown Podcast. Yeah, you're supposed to. But I just wonder, will that really happen when everybody's going to bet on you all to cook the Miami Dolphins and everybody's got the Dolphins counted out? You got to be careful with stuff like that. Are the Niners going to shut down Murray this weekend? I wouldn't say shut him down, but I think they'll contain him. Now, you know Nick Bosa really struggles with dual threat quarterbacks. He's one of the worst edge rushers in the league when it comes to that read option. If the running back keeps it, he's going for the running back. And if they hand it to the running back, he's going for the quarterback. He is the worst at that. We'll see if they can get that together and tighten that up. But yeah, Salah will figure out a way to contain him. And what's his name? It's Tita. The Cardinals' offense has really kind of struggled. The defense is what's been their strength so far. So I'm not really just worried about Kyler Murray or Marvin Harrison Jr. I just need Diamado Lenore to do his thing. And I need Bernardo Green to be better on the opposite side. Or maybe they should try considering putting Chase Lucas on the outside as CB2. Even though I know he's really a nickel corner. He just had too good of a preseason to not find his way on the field. It's Tedder said, I got Drake May on the bench. As you should. I'm not sure who to start, but Kyler is still the better option. I mean, he's going up against an inexperienced defense, so I can't say that he won't have his moments, but I don't think he just shows out and have a field day on us. He didn't have it on the Saints. He didn't have it on the Panthers. So be careful with that one, Tita. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Hope I could help. That guy Yeager is back. He said Bud was dominant in that fight. He sure was. But do you think Canelo should go for a rematch? No, I don't. I think Canelo should retire. He has nothing else to prove. He's moved up. He's let people move up. He hadn't moved down, but he's fought just about everybody. He's not going to fight Benavidez, so I don't want anybody saying Bud Crawford needs to fight him. If your boy Canelo hadn't fought him, why should my boy Bud fight him? And I'm not speaking to you, Yeager. I mean just to the people who are finding ways to hate on Crawford, even though there's really nothing to hate on. He did what everybody said he couldn't do. Now they're moving forward trying to say, he won't fight him, he won't fight him. Yeah, well, he fought the dude that you said he couldn't beat, and he beat his ass. He dominated. And it could have been worse. Shane Riley said the Usos are in your city. Hey, I'm finna do Wrestlepalooza in one moment. Let me just get to the, let me go ahead and wrap that up because I'm really done with the NFL prediction for tonight. I'll do week 3 predictions for everybody else tomorrow. Now let me get to the college football games for this week. Michigan has got a game with Nebraska. That's supposed to be kind of a good one. Michigan at number 21. That's a toss-up. They're going to Nebraska. Nebraska can tap that ass. Michigan don't look that good at all offensively. I'm not impressed with their quarterback at all. And they just got so much shit going on with them right now. All of the drama that Jim Harbaugh, my man, Mr. Khaki Pants, he left so much drama and bad stuff over there in Michigan. I don't even know if they're really playing 100% thinking about the games and the opponents versus, all of the damn discipline that they're taking right now. You've got Auburn going to Oklahoma. That should be a good one. Oregon State going to Oregon, number 6 in the nation. What about Texas Tech going to Utah, number 17 against number 16? That should be interesting as well. I'm going to say that Nebraska probably gets the upset at home against Michigan, number 21 right now. Georgia Tech hosts Temple, number 18 in the country. You've got number 9, Illinois, visiting number 19 in Indiana. That's going to be a tight one right there. Let's see here. Georgia State at Vanderbilt. That should be a good one. That should be an easy one for Vanderbilt. Sam Houston going to Texas, number 8 Texas. Let's see what Arch Manning does this week against Sam Houston. He did not look sharp at all against UTEP. Saturday night, they play against Sam Houston at home. What an easy schedule for Texas, boy, I tell you. But now they went from number 1 week 1. Now by week 3, they're number 8. What do you all make of Texas? Do you think that his supporting cast could be better? Or do you think it's just Arch Manning who needs to get better? They said this was the number 1 team when the season started. So I think that it's more Arch than it is his supporting cast. Okay. What else we got here? My Florida State Seminoles host Kent State. We're now number 7 in the nation, and I think this is going to be a blowout. Tennessee, after that tough loss, after they told the kicker to shank it right. Yeah, I said it. They told the kicker to do that. They're now number 15. They host UAB Saturday at 11:45 or 12:45 Eastern. You've got Ole Miss, number 13, hosting Tulane. You've got Notre Dame, who was almost fell out of the top 25. They're now number 24. Let's give them a win here, and I think this will be their first win as they will be playing Purdue. South Carolina goes to Mizzou. I'll take Mizzou. They're number 23. And here's the game of the week, probably. Yeah, I would say so. The Florida Gators going to Miami. Some people think that this could be an upset. Do you think Miami, the Hurricanes, should be on upset alert? I know I've got a few Hurricane fans here on TikTok. Let's see here. Memphis versus Arkansas, says Brandon Legacy 1. Joe Burrow to have surgery Friday on that grade 3 turf toe injury. Okay. Yeah, we already knew he was going to have that surgery. He's going to do it on Friday. Okay, back to this. Memphis and Arkansas. That should be a good one too, Brandon. I got to roll with Memphis, though. I'm right here, even though I'm not a Memphis Tiger fan, but Memphis has not looked bad these first couple of weeks. Brian Six in the building said, what up, Unc? You got it, bro. I hope all is well with you. That guy Eager said, Arch Manning, straight up. He's got to get his act together. He said that himself, and he said he does believe he will be better, and he will be. He promises to be better. If he can't be better against Sam Houston, Texas, we have a problem. I wanted to say Houston, we have a problem, but because of Sam Houston, they would have a real problem. Canes are going to cook, but could be a trap game, says Touchdown Podcast. I think you're right. It could be. Florida is not in the top 25 anymore. They suffered a devastating loss a few weeks ago. But yeah, man, they had a better game last week, and I think coming into Miami, this could be a tough one. Watch out. Number 4, Miami. If they lose this game to an unranked team, they could go from 4 to 14 just like that. And LSU, Brian Kelly must hear me because I have been highly critical of him. I said he's one of the most overrated coaches in college football history. I need to see him in the national championship game this year. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. They look good, and their quarterback could win the Heisman. What's his name? Lusmeyer. Whatever his name is. I'm sorry. I know I botched it. But they got, they're number 3 in the country, and they host Southeast Louisiana. That's probably going to be a blowout. And I mean, if they have the point spread being 35, it'll probably cover. They do look like one of the best teams in the nation. And I mean, and I know they're number 3, but they sometimes look better than number 1 and number 2. Who is number 2? Penn State? I think Penn State is still number 2. Looks like they have a bye this week. And the number 1 team is who? I don't see them playing this week either. Who's number 1 again, y'all? Oh, and what's up with Clemson? Dabo. I love me some Dabo. But, man, they're struggling this season. USC, number 25, hosts Michigan State. USC don't look bad either, y'all. They got some good wide receivers. I won't be surprised if they climb up that top 25 a little bit more. So those are your games. And I would say if you were doing a parlay, I don't really see a lot to do here, you know, other than maybe Florida pulling out the upset, even though I wouldn't bet on it. But I don't see anything interesting worth betting. If I were a betting man and I just had $50 to spare, I would find a way to put a few baseball games with Florida doing the upset against Miami, even though I doubt that happens, and Nebraska upsetting Michigan at home. Number 21 Michigan coming into Nebraska. I think that's up. Then again, I said Tennessee was going to beat Georgia last week, and unfortunately that didn't happen, even though I still think they told him to shank that kick all the way to the right. Okay. Chiefs defensive line tired of the tush push. They ran the same play 7 fucking times. Boy, Chris Jones is a sore loser for real. Are y'all tired of the tush push? Or are you one of those fans that just say, hey, just stop it? But yeah, I'm getting reports now that Chris Jones and the Chiefs are still running their mouth. Y'all heard the audio what Chris Jones was saying about how they didn't get 100 yards rushing. And Jalen Hurts said, we still won the game, shut the fuck up. I loved it. That could have been scripted too. But either way, I like it. Brian said, I think Sarkisian, I believe he's probably talking about, needs to make the playback to emphasize Arch's talents. Okay, that's a good comment. Would you all agree with that? He said, I think Sark needs to make the playbook. I'm sure he meant playbook to emphasize Arch's talents. Yeah, he could help him out more. He definitely could. But again, Arch is still doing things that it's just between the ears sometimes, and his mechanics look pretty rough. They need to work on that too. I don't know who the quarterback coach is, but looking at the video, looking at some film, he could get better with his mechanics. Okay, so again, maybe 1 or 2 baseball games I would throw in his parlay. I would say Nebraska will upset number 21 Michigan because they're at home in Nebraska. I would also say that Indiana hosting Illinois. That could be one you need to look at. Number 9 against number 19. But I don't think Illinois loses that game. I really don't. But Indiana's at home. I would take a chance on Nebraska beating Michigan. I would take a chance on Indiana beating Illinois. And I would just put a few baseball games with that parlay. I don't really think Florida's going to go into Miami and win. But my brother's a Gator fan, and he says it could happen. It's a trap game. If you wanted to add that 3rd game, that would be the 3. Put $50 on it if you could spare it. Win you a little bit. Take that winnings and, you know, try to make more off of it and re-up, on Sunday for Sunday's games. I will go over Sunday's games on a Friday tomorrow. All right, that's enough of college football, I think. Let me read a few comments and see what y'all got to say about it. The Canes are going to cook them. Okay, I read that. We need Raheem Mostert back, says, that's a 49er fan. Uza Pie? What's up, Sammy? Thank you for joining. I would much rather have Mostert over Isaac Garendo. He's not even getting any carries, so that tells you they know he's not a running back. But whose fault is that? The guy who signed him. The Utes are my squad. Okay, all right. Who did I say Utah has again? They've got Utah, Texas Tech at home, number 17 against number 16. Yeah, the Utes look pretty good, though, man. Let's see what they do against the Red Raiders. They are at home. Oregon's going to blow the hell out of Oregon State. Tennessee's going to bounce back against UAB. My Florida State Seminoles is going to beat the snot out of Kent State. And Ole Miss is looking pretty good, too, y'all. Don't look back now, but Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss Rebels are doing all right. They go back down the road here in Oxford, Mississippi, and they'll be playing Tulane. Watch out for Nebraska. I think they upset Michigan. Indiana could upset Illinois at home. And Florida and Miami could be a trap game. It could be. Those are the only interesting games for this week in week 4 of college football. Okay, Ohio State. That's who's number 1. I'm tripping. They have a bye. Next week, though, they go to Washington to play the Huskies. Yeah, man. Yeah, they and the Buckeyes could go back-to-back. I would love to see Ohio State and LSU in the championship game. But if the playoffs started today, they would play the first playoff game. And I don't want to see that. Okay. Let's see. He said, just stop it, bro. Stop crying and whining. I think that guy Yeager is talking to Brian about Arch Manning. And I wouldn't say he's making excuses for him, but I've never been a big fan of Steve Sarkisian. I really haven't. George Kittle should be returning October 12th against Tampa Bay. That's good news, Shane Riley. I hope he does. Can you imagine what the 49ers wide receiver depth chart is going to look like? The receiving room when we get Kittle back? Juszczyk is just out right now with the concussion. BA is coming back. D-Rob, this is his last game of suspension right now. And I haven't even mentioned Pearsall and JJ. Man, I said we'd be the 4th seed in the NFC, but the NFC looks kind of weak. You know, we could very well be a top 2 seed. If we can, beat these Cardinals and these Rams and show me that we are good enough offensively to beat these teams with us still being banged up. We will see, though. Who else loves AJ Lee? Says Josiah, T-8-C. Josiah, is that you or is this a different Josiah? If it is, man, what's up, man? How you been? Speaking of AJ Lee, it's time for me to get to my Wrestlepalooza predictions, and I can wrap this show up. I hope all is well. I hope you all are having a terrific Thursday. Now, let's get to these matches here. Zoom, 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 zoom. I'm trying to get by. Now, let's see if we all can agree or disagree with these picks. We can agree to disagree, no problem. Hey, what do y'all think about Molly Qerim, who left ESPN First Take? They're going to hire me to replace her. Nah, I'm playing. I probably should have told y'all that because you may actually go back and start watching that show now, because I know we didn't watch it because she was terrible or she just didn't know when to shut the hell up. But yeah, Molly Qerim left the show. She said, after much reflection, I've decided it's time to close this incredible chapter and step away from First Take. Hosting the show has been one of the greatest honors of my career. Every morning, I had the privilege to share the desk with some of the most brilliant, passionate, entertaining voices in sports. And with all of you, the best fans in the world. Yeah, you're right. It was with some of the most brilliant and passionate, entertaining voices in sports. We just didn't really hear them all because she didn't know when to shut the fuck up. But anyway, she's gone. How do you all feel about that? It was reported from the Sports Journal, whatever their name is. They the one who put it out that she was leaving at the end of the year. And she got on her feelings and she didn't like that and she said, fuck it. I'm leaving now then. She was supposed to be there to the end of the year. I'm hearing this contract negotiations and they didn't go well. She wants like $10 million per and ESPN is not going to give her that. So anyway, nobody probably doesn't care about that anyway. All right, let's get to the Wrestlepalooza stuff. Thank y'all for y'all comments. Thank y'all for rocking with me, y'all. Where's the next game, Brody? When's the next game? What game? Us? We got the Cardinals coming up, if you're talking Niners. What's up? It's Cam. Mostert got less than 7 touch. Where is Mostert at now? I forgot where he went. Okay, back to my Wrestlepalooza picks. Again, y'all, Ed Oliver and Matt Milano are out tonight, according to Sean McDermott, for the Bills. If y'all don't think that matters, go ahead and bet on your Bills. The Javante, Tank Davis, and Jake Paul fight has been moved from Atlanta, Georgia to Miami. Who cares? Okay, Pat Beverly calls out Trae Young. Beverly says that Young's ex-teammates don't think he's a good leader, and he could be getting traded here if they don't work out a long-term extension. Jayden Daniels did not practice in Washington, and they won't know if he'll play or not until Friday at the earliest. Caleb Williams is under a lot of heat. I'm going to talk about him tomorrow. He's under a lot of pressure, y'all. He's got the Dallas Cowboys coming into town to Soldier Field. Ben Johnson is talking shit. He said the guys don't even know how to practice. They don't practice on a championship caliber level. Ben Johnson just does not bite his words, bite his tongue, I mean. He doesn't hesitate to say what he has to say. I just wonder if Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn are going to make it with their head coaching jobs. Aaron Glenn is releasing players for fumbling the ball one week, and they're gone the next. and Ben Johnson is just saying whatever he wants to say about his team. And he's almost talking like they're all a bunch of dummies. Do you all think this is good for the team and the locker room, or do you think that this is going to be one and done? Maybe they both should still be in Detroit right now as OC and DC. Just wanted to say that. Before I get to Wrestlepalooza, has anybody saw Steph Curry? He looks jacked. Curry has bulked up for year number 17. What's up, Alexandria White saying hello. How are you doing? Wrestlepalooza is on my birthday, says Josiah. Thank you for coming back, Josiah. He says, I'm so hyped. Well, I'm glad you are, and I hope you enjoy the show. I'm going to try to watch it somehow, some way, but I ain't paying that $30. As I said, I'm standing on business. Brian said it's about time. He's talking about Molly Curum and her release or her resigning. Jay Mars says Purdy loses his job. He also says Jones is the new starter. No loyalty from Niners. Jay, you're just getting here, but I said in the very beginning of the show that I don't give a damn who is the quarterback as long as we win. And I hope that you and everybody else in the 49er fan base, don't divide because of this quarterback controversy. If there's even a quarterback controversy. Because Brock Purdy's trying to play this week. But I think that's a mistake. He's going to get hurt and we're going to lose. And we're going to have to go back to Mac Jones. And we're going to have to be stuck with Mac Jones for a lot longer. For the people who don't want Mac Jones to play. Okay. Wrestlepalooza. Let's get it cracking, y'all. McCarthy rehab is going well in Minnesota. The quarterback has a messed up ankle, high ankle sprain, but he's in the early stages of process as Minnesota's Week 3 depth chart is set. We're going to see Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning, Bengals, Vikings. What a coincidence that both of these teams are playing each other this week without their starting QBs. Khalil Mack is going on IR with his elbow injury, but he will return after 4 weeks. Will the 49ers continue to be in the middle of the pack when it comes to their scoring red zone? Scoring red zone touchdowns, we'll see. And as I said, Purdy could play Week 3. Kyle Shanahan says the quarterback with his turf toe has returned to practice. He returned yesterday, but he was limited. Okay. All right. Where is my predictions? Man, I really do be screenshotting a lot of stuff, y'all. But I try to make sure I don't miss out on any content to give you all. Ashton Genty said he's ready for more usage. After admitting that he needs to catch up to the NFL speed, the rookie said he knows his draft status warrants more touches. I couldn't agree with him more. Xavier Worthy could play Week 3 for the Chiefs. They're optimistic that the wide receiver will be available versus the Giants. He will wear a harness for his shoulder injury. That's a trap game, too. The Chiefs go to MetLife Stadium to play the Giants. I know the Giants are 0-2, but the Chiefs, they don't look like the Chiefs. I would not be surprised if the Giants pulled off the upset. Stay tuned to see if I pick that upset tomorrow when I give you all of the rest of the Week 3 predictions. The Washington Commanders will be returning to D.C. City Council approves a $3.8 billion renovation of RFK Stadium. That should be set to open in 2030. Congratulations to Washington. That means they're going to have a Super Bowl appearance between now and then. You heard it here first. It happens all the time. Breaking news also from the NCAA. The NCAA eliminates spring transfer portal window for football. Okay, now let's get to the predictions. First match. I don't know if it'll be the first match of the card or not, but let's do, what's her name? Stephanie Valkyrie, Io Sky, Wrestlepalooza. You can't just say Wrestlepalooza. You got to say Wrestlepalooza. I think Stephanie Valkyrie, as good as she is, this is too soon for her to become the women's world champions, don't you think? Io Sky told her she was going to win, and usually she always, does what she says she's going to do. I just don't think Stephanie Valkyrie is going to be the women's world champion right now. I don't know if that would sit very well with Jade Cargill now that she has had 2 WWE Women's Championship matches with Tiffany Stratton, and she has not won either one of them yet. The last one was a count out. The first one was just a straight up clean loss where she had her and then she effed up and she lost. Now, we're going to talk about who the sixth possible match could be. I'll get to that part after I finish these predictions, but it could be Jade versus Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax in the triple threat. If Jade wins the title, if they make a triple threat match, even though I think they may set that for SmackDown or they may save that for Crown Jewel. I'm not sure. But if Jade is still going to win the championship in a triple threat, then yes, Stephanie Valkyrie could win. But I don't think it's fair for them to let her win before Jade, even though she's a better wrestler in the ring. But Jade has gotten better. She had a better match with Tiffany Stratton, but Tiffany Stratton is hurt right now, and she's got a clear concussion protocol. So they may not add that triple threat as the 6th match. Right now, they've only got 5 matches. Y'all, I said all of that to say this. I think that Io Sky wins this match because she needs to be the women's world champion yet again so she can drop that title to Rhea Ripley at Crown Jewel. Or is it, Crown Jewel. And I think, how long? Will it be Crown Jewel or will it be, it'll be Crown Jewel in Perth or whatever. Isn't that somewhere close to where Rhea Ripley is from? She's lost to Io Sky like 4 times in a row or something like that. I think she finally gets the victory over Io Sky and she will become the women's world champion. And I think that's what they're waiting on. So I don't see Stephanie Valkyrie winning that title. If she did, who are they going to let her go up against? Who is she going to feud with? So I'm going to say Io Sky wins. I agree with you, Shane. Chill out, Purdy. Okay, that guy Yeager. They're talking about the Niners. Shane Riley said Purdy just needs to chill and give more time. Maybe come back by week 5 or 6 because if somebody steps in or steps on his foot, we're right back in the same spot. That's why I said he should not play. But he's rushing it. And that's because Mac Jones had a good game. We said this stuff would happen. He was going to rush his ass back too soon, and he's going to fuck around and be out a lot longer than he is now. I'm with y'all. Yeager, Shane, I'm with you all. I am. And Jay, it's going to be a controversy. It will. Io Sky for sure, says that guy Yeager. Yeah, I agree. Io Sky for sure. She gets the win, only to drop it to Rhea Ripley for Crown Jewel. All right, moving on. I hope it's going to be a good match, though. But and I know what y'all thinking. How is Io Sky going to win when Asuka's going to, interfere? Well, she'll still interfere, more than likely. The heel turn could happen. There's another scenario on where Valkyrie could win the title, and they immediately go to Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors in a tag team match. But I think they want to put the title back on Rhea Ripley, so that's why I'm saying Io Sky wins. But now, if they just let Io Sky lose because of Asuka and her interference, then I very well could see them saying, all right, Io Sky versus Asuka, or Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus Asuka and Kairi Sane. But I think that maybe if Asuka interferes, somehow Io Sky still gets the win. They can still bump heads, but I think that Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are going to do it up at Crown Jewel. They may even throw Asuka in that for a triple threat. I'm not sure. But I just don't know why Stephanie Valkyrie should be the women's world champion this soon. And And then if she wins it, then what? Is she going to go against Rhea Ripley? I don't know. I'm going to say Io Sky wins, and then they set up Io Sky and Stephanie Valkyrie. The way Triple H slow cooks this stuff, Asuka may not turn heel just yet. Maybe they save that for Crown Jewel, and that'll be the reason why Io Sky loses to Rhea Ripley. That's probably what they're going to do. We're expecting her to do something Saturday, but it may wait till Crown Jewel, and that's just 3 weeks away or something. Maybe a full month. I think it's like October 12th, October 16th, something like that. Okay, tag team match. The Usos versus the Bron Brons. Y'all, we don't know what to say about this one because Jey Uso is kind of taking a walk on the dark side right now. We don't know if he's going to have a heel turn or not, but I'll say this. It doesn't make any sense for him to go heel. Like, why would he? I don't understand why he would, but it certainly looks like it. He's playing Roman Reigns' role right now, and Big Jimmy kind of told us that. Shane Riley said, yeah, sometimes I get tired of the same storylines over and over. I'm a wrestling fan. I like watching it, but I still think the Attitude Era was the best storylines. It was. There's no thinking to it, Shane. And sometimes we just don't like to say it as much because this generation gets so upset and they just like to troll and just nitpick. And it's like, dude, this is nowhere near the Attitude Era. It's the same repetitive BS every week. Every week. But that's y'all boy Trips. Oh, Paul Levesque. Y'all, I'm going to say that the Brons win this match. Why? The Usos don't need to win it. I mean, they've accomplished everything under the sun when it comes to the tag team division. Now, could they get the tag team titles away from the Judgment Day? Yeah, possibly, but we don't know if Jey Uso's going to stay babyface or not. And if you ask me, Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker they're supposed to be the WWE World Tag Team Champions right now. The Judgment Day are doing absolutely nothing with it. It makes sense for them to have the titles, but they don't want them to look so much like the Bloodline. You know, them have the titles. Becky Lynch has got a title. Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champion. But that's the way it probably should be. So I'm going to say that maybe the Bron Brons win this match and they get the next tag team title shot with the Judgment Day. We don't know if Judgment Day is heel or babyface is right about now. So I can see the Bron Brons taking those titles after they move up the ladder with this win. Jey Uso's acting so funny and shit. I think that he's going to cost them the victory somehow, some way. And if all else fails, even though LA Knight said he got his receipt and he told Jey Uso we're now even, he still could show up at ringside for this match and, you know, like be a distraction. And Jey Uso puts his attention toward him. I don't know if Jey's turning heel or not, but I don't see him turning on Jimmy. It just doesn't make any sense. They've already had their match, even though they put it in the trunk of the car instead of the front seat because they had so much other stuff going on. That was not a good WrestleMania feud between Big Jim and the brother Jay. I don't think they're going to run that back either. I'm going to take the Bron Brons to win this match. I just don't see why the Usos need to win. And then again, Jey Uso is acting very, very strange right now. The Brons need to win the match. I agree with you, Yeager. Don't play Purdy this week. I agree with you, Ty. I agree with all of y'all. Y'all are hitting right now. Y'all are hitting. Adrian talking about Kennan and Pollard and Chubb and Cup for pick 2 to start. He's talking fantasy. I don't play fantasy, y'all. I don't know much about it. Go Rams says A3. Matthew McBride, welcome back. How good is the Arizona's front seven? Pretty damn good. But their offense is kind of struggling. Thank you, Matthew. The way Triple H books, she won't turn until November. Man, that's a great comment. And that's a great comment there, G-Roll Lee. G-Roff Lee, I hope I'm not botching that. You're certainly right. And that's why I say I can see Io Sky winning. And Asuka doesn't do anything until Crown Jewel. And she'll be the reason why Io Sky loses the title to Rhea Ripley. And that's where they want her to finally beat Io Sky at. And that's where they want her to finally get that title back in her country. Yeah, I'm taking the Bron Brons to beat the Usos. And we're going to see what Jey Uso does next because he's acting very strange right now. All right, the tag team match between Seth Rollins and his wife, the man, Becky Lynch, versus CM Punk and AJ Lee. We all love AJ Lee, right? This is easy. AJ Lee and CM Punk get the win. Why? There's no titles on the line, you know? Yeah, brother, do you watch AEW? I have not watched it in quite some time. I tried to check it out last night. I didn't know who the hell I was watching in the ring. But I understand they've got the All Out coming up on Saturday as well. That's the reason why we've got this Wrestlepalooza. Because WWE is counter-programming AEW. And Tony Khan, like a bitch, did what he always does. He punked out and he said we're going to move the time back to 3 o'clock Eastern. But if you watch both, you get to see both programmings for the most part. Congratulations to whoever that may be. But Yeager, you're going to have to tell me what they're doing to make me watch it and convince me that it's worth watching. Because people tell me the only thing that's going good right now is the Hurt Business. And shit, that's about it. I mean, I see Hangman Adam Page has a match against a television champion. I mean, the TNT champion. Why would anybody expect the TNT champion to become the AEW World Champion too? That's a wasted match. Just wasted. Okay, anyway, AJ Lee, CM Punk, they get the win. Why? Because there's no titles on the line. And, well, Seth and Becky have nothing to lose. Now, when they fight in the singles match, because I still think they will do Punk versus Seth now that they get this victory Saturday night. And AJ Lee is going to take Becky Lynch's Women's Intercontinental Championship. But Punk will find some way to get screwed here because I'm pretty sure he's not going to be the World Heavyweight Champion. But Saturday night, yes, give me Punk and AJ Lee for the win. That's pretty easy. All right, Brock Lesnar and John Cena, the greatest of all time, the Unseen 17, the last real champion. Why is he still saying the last real champion? That's a heel phrase. He's babyface now. He should stop saying that. And he's not the greatest of all time. And he ruined wrestling for real. Because a lot of things that were happening in 2025, it's all because he's back and he shouldn't be. But anyway, I still kind of enjoyed it now that we finally got that terrible heel run out of the way. Thanks a lot, Trips. That was your idea, Paul Levesque. Y'all, John Cena should win this match. I don't know why he wouldn't. I know he said that he's definitely intimidated by Brock Lesnar. Yes, he does fear him. He's a dangerous man. But fear still doesn't make John Cena ever back down or give up. Want some? Come and get some. I think somehow, some way Cena wins this match. Why? Because, lose to Brock Lesnar for what? Now, if he was going up against a Dirty Dom or, a young up-and-coming talent, then, yeah, he probably should put them over. But against another legend like Brock, yeah, I think John Cena gets the win. But look for somebody to pop up. Just like after SummerSlam, after Cena lost to Cody, look for somebody to pop up. His next opponent. I'm hearing that could be Dirty Dom. Don't know why, but I'm hearing that it could be Dirty Dom versus Cena. He wants to put some of this young talent over before we get to his final date in December. It could be somebody like AJ Styles. We could get an AJ Styles John Cena match again. This is just rumors according to dirt sheets. It could be who else? I know y'all won't believe this at all, but it could very well be The Rock. I don't think it will, but according to some dirt sheets, somebody's going to pop up after he beats Brock Lesnar or after he loses to Brock Lesnar, and they will confront him to be his next opponent. Now, he already got Logan Paul out of the way. Maybe Dirty Dom is asking for a match because they are saying that it could be him. That guy Yeager says, I believe Brock Lesnar will win this match. Please explain. And why? We need 3 belts down to beat Cody Rhodes. I'm going to get to Cody in a minute. What's up, Head of the Table? I like that name. Thank you for joining me here on the Great Debate Show. I think Head of the Table is new to YouTube. Back to TikTok. Can't wait to hate. Huh? Can't wait to hate. Watch the Rams versus the Eagles game. Okay, Ty, got you. Who are you going for? I need the Eagles to win. We need the Eagles to win, but I kind of got a feeling the Rams are going to upset them, man. That's the only team that gave them a fight in the playoffs. And it was in Philly in the cold. It's not cold now. Let's see. Stafford's the reason why they lost last year in the divisional round. Let's see what happens this time. Someone said Gunther could be next for Cena. Oh, That's a good one, Dre. Gunther has been gone for a while. Maybe he could appear. It could be the reason why Cena's on Raw, because he's done with SmackDown for good. Gunther could be an option. So let's say Gunther or Dirty Dom or AJ Styles, and I'm hearing The Rock could show up, because if he's like kind of going up against these people that he, went against. Oh, Chris Jericho is also a rumor, but I'm hearing that Chris Jericho's his contract is not up until December. But there is, I think, the Wrestling Observer that is saying Tony Khan is ghosting Chris Jericho, and nobody really knows if Chris Jericho is already done with AEW or not. So while we're thinking Chris Jericho won't show up until Royal Rumble, that motherfucker may show up Saturday night. It's ESPN for the first time. It's Wrestlepalooza. And they're trying to give you something, something to really talk about. They're trying to make, Triple H loves that pop. He's just like Tony Khan now, to be honest with you. And then he'll wait a month or two before you even before he follows up from that, and loses all the momentum. It could be Chris Jericho. It could be The Rock. I don't think it'll be The Rock, but these are some of the people that I'm talking about that would be feuds. Now, we know it won't be Edge, because he's got a tag team match Saturday in Toronto with his longtime friend, tag team buddy, Christian Cage. But Edge's contract is up in December too. I just don't think they're going to bring Edge back. Jericho is more believable, but I wouldn't want to sign Jericho back. Why? I mean, if AEW doesn't want him, why would WWE want him? I don't get that. But anyway, those are some of the dirt sheets. But I'm with still DRE. It very well could be Gunther. That makes more sense. Gunther was supposed to be Cena's last opponent. But then they said it would be Drew McIntyre. So it makes sense for Gunther to get his now, and then Drew McIntyre in December. I like that, Dre. Brock Lesnar didn't come back to lose. Brock is going to win. It's going to be Brock versus Braun. It can still be Brock versus Braun, whether Lesnar loses or not. I just don't see why Cena loses this one. If he loses, he needs to lose to Gunther, because he's the present and the future. If he loses, he should lose to maybe AJ Styles, but I don't think they're going to do that, because they just don't book AJ Styles the right way, and he and Dirty Dom still probably are not done with their feud, so I would eliminate those two. But I don't know, man. I don't really know who wins, and I really don't care, but I think whoever wins or loses, it really doesn't matter. That's why I don't get the match. Thanks a lot, Trips. I don't get it. All right, now we don't have a 6th match. Those are the 5 matches for Wrestlepalooza. But the possible 6th match, if they add one, could be Dirty Dom and AJ Styles. If not that, it could be Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Because she came out on SmackDown after the countout when Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton surprisingly had a much better WWE Women's title match. After the countout, Nia Jax threw both of them around like some rag dolls. Maybe they make a triple threat and add that to Wrestlepalooza. We'll find out tomorrow night on SmackDown, and y'all know I'm going to be here live immediately after. Now, if they don't make that match, it'll be because Tiffany Stratton is not cleared yet, because she had a nasty bump, and I think it's a concussion. That's why she wasn't on NXT Homecoming Tuesday night. If they don't do that, then it could be a Sami Zayn U.S. title match, Sami Zayn Open Challenge match. That could be against Carmelo Hayes. He already cashed in his title shot. The Miz will probably do something to interrupt that match, and Sami Zayn will retain. And finally, maybe we can get to turn the knob up on that stove eye and get this thing to boiling, Triple H, and we can get The Miz and Carmelo, and we can finally move on and let Carmelo move on his own and start getting some wins here. And if they don't do the Sami Zayn Open Challenge, then that 6th, and I'm not saying it's going to be a 6th match, but people are bitching about 5 matches. They don't want to pay $30 for it. So if we get a 6th match, it could be another tag team match where we haven't saw the Wyatt 6 in a few weeks. And if we do see them, they're just hanging around looking creepy and shit in the back, not saying anything, just standing around watching. they could have another match where we get a tag team match versus the Street Profits, or versus DIY, or versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Then again, it could be versus all of them. Although I think they already done that, didn't they, at the last PLE? Anyway, that's the tag team turmoil that we could have if they give us a 6th match. I'm not sure if they will, though. Well, those are my Wrestlepalooza predictions. Let's read some comments and we can go ahead and close this show out. I'll start with the head of the table. He said, hopefully the last match isn't Joe Hendry. I didn't know Joe Hendry had a match. I believe Triple H has more in store for Brock Lesnar, and I think it starts with beating John Cena. Everybody seems to think Brock is winning. I just don't see the purpose in that. I will see. To be honest, he put Logan Paul over, and as much as people hate him, I don't. I like Logan Paul. People have to admit he saved Rey Mysterio from a career-ending injury, and that's great for a wrestler considered green. I agree, head of the table. And you're right. John Cena can lose this match without, he can't put Brock Lesnar over without winning. I mean, he can put him over and still win. Y'all are saying, no, he's going to lose, but it could happen either way, either or. But yeah, I agree. He did put Logan Paul over. Where is Logan Paul? I'm tired of him having these matches and then disappearing again, though, for a few months. I need to see him more, though, and I like Logan Paul, though. He's much better than what people give him credit for. Head of the table also says it could be Triple H or Randy Orton to be the last. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do McIntyre and Cody or Rose. I'm sorry, y'all. It could be Triple H or Randy Orton to be the last match for Cena. What? No. No, Triple H will never wrestle again, head of the table. Ever again. He's got a heart condition. He's not doing that anymore. Randy Orton, no, they already done that, remember? They did that back at Backlash. They blew their moment with that. They did it wrong. Cena was heel. Orton was face. They effed that up. So, yeah, I got to agree with you on that. Disagree with you on that one, head of the table. It won't be either one. The last match, I think, will be Drew McIntyre for Cena. If not Gunther. It'll be one of those two. But Gunther may be the one that shows up after the Cena-Lesnar match. I believe Triple H has more in store. I read that one already. Hopefully the last match isn't Joe Hendry. I believe we're going to get the Lesnar and Gunther that we didn't get. So Gunther will show up for Brock Lesnar, not Cena. I'm hearing that somebody's going to pop up for Cena. And I think it's going to be another legend. I don't think it's going to be somebody for the... I think maybe Cena's last match will be Gunther or McIntyre. That's somebody in the present, in the future. The Wyatt Six would be a good last match for Cena due to the history with the Wyatt family in the past. Yeah, I disagree with that one too, head of the table. I believe we're going to get the Lesnar and Gunther we didn't get, says that guy Yeager. One of Cena's greatest storylines was with Bray Wyatt. Okay, y'all. See, I wasn't watching wrestling then. So if you're right, I'm not going to debate that with you. I wasn't watching. I think that was one of the worst moments of wrestling anywhere from 2014 to 2021. I was not watching. I just came back in 22. I was an AEW junkie until 2022. Head of the table also says it'll probably be Roman Reigns versus Cena. Yeah, I doubt that too. Because he needs to win some of these matches until he goes against the people, the young talent that he should put over. That's why I wish he would have just came back just for one damn match like Goldberg. He deserves one match, even though Goldberg didn't, because he's had enough of those. But yeah, this whole retirement tour, it's messing up the booking. Punk versus Cena, says Ty. We already had that. See, now you see how they messed this stuff up. We had Punk versus Cena, but it was Cena heel, Punk babyface. They effed that up just like they effed up Orton and Cena. Cena's last match should be against Braun Breaker. Now that I'm okay with, Trey Kelly, because that's the future. And Cena definitely needs to put him over and lose and take his boots off, take his cap off, and say farewell. I like that. That's okay. Whether it's Braun Breaker or Gunther, I'm okay with that. Ty said LA Knight. Yeah. LA Knight doesn't have a match. I figure somehow, some way he will get involved in this Wrestlepalooza. But I don't think it'll be with Cena. unless LA Knight is about to turn heel. But they're showing us it's going to be Jey Uso. I don't know what Triple H is doing right there, man. I don't know. When is Nick Khan going to step in and do something? Like, who's running this stuff, man? Like, I thought Nick Khan still gets the final say. Yeah, but I don't know about Punk and Cena. They already did that time. Jimmy or Jay versus Cena? Or Punk versus Cena? No, Ty. No, I don't know about any of that. Go Seawolves. Stony Brook University. Football CAD. Okay, Division I. Proud dad. Okay, Bink. Thank you for sharing that with us. Cena versus Rollins or the new heavyweight champ? Said Jay Beasy. Y'all got a lot of opinions here, man, but I'm sorry, y'all. I disagree with all of them. So we'll have to agree to disagree. Al says, me don't know these new people. Well, you're new, I believe. Max Sharping is out for the season. Somebody for the Steelers just tore their ACL. Ouch. Yeah, the offensive lineman for the Steelers is out for the season with a torn ACL. That's more bad news for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, who can't run the ball already and have a poor defense, it looks like it. Okay, y'all. You think Kane will ever come back to fight? No, I don't. I don't. Okay, y'all. I think I'm done, man. One more match. McIntyre, Cody Rhodes. We know Cody Rhodes is going to win the match. But this is what I would do. And I know they're not going to do it because they didn't even have a good feud because Cody was filming the Street Fighter movie. And so all he's doing is just coming back to avenge what happened to him a month ago. And that's all we really got from them. McIntyre's been trying to hold that down on his own. We've been getting more McIntyre and Randy Orton instead of McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. So here's what I suggest. This is what they should do, and even though I know Paul Levesque is not going to do it, what if, Purcell says the Bengals win? What if, the Bengals can win that game because Jake Browning may be better than Carson Wentz in Minnesota. We'll see. What if Randy Orton interferes in this match because, well, either it's because he's still pissed off at Drew McIntyre and how he lost that match with him on SmackDown, a great match, where McIntyre still got the best of him, not fully clean, but he still beat him. He either interferes and helps Cody, or he interferes and he causes Cody to lose, or maybe he just RKOs both of them and the heel turn finally happens and Drew McIntyre becomes the new WWE champion. Nobody would see that shit coming. If you want to make a big statement on Wrestlepalooza, ESPN, First PLE, on the new app, on the new streaming platform, let Cody lose. Now, I know you're thinking, well, damn, we just had a champion for the past 4 weeks and he wasn't even there. True. And now that he's back, he's not going to be the champion? Who cares? We know Drew McIntyre's not going anywhere. Hollywood ain't called him yet. I would have McIntyre win and finally get the Randy Orton heel turn, and we get Cody and Orton for Crown Jewel and for Survivor Series. And they don't have to have the title in the picture because Randy Orton's never going to win the WWE Championship again, I don't think. I think he's going to retire sooner than we think, and that's probably why he hasn't turned heel. It's probably why he won't turn heel. But I just thought I would give you some fantasy booking. Now, I'm not predicting that to happen. It's not. Cody's going to win. He's going to be the champion, and he's going to keep smiling. He's going to keep smiling and giving you that baby face that they love so much. But I think Cody should lose this match thanks to Randy Orton. Now, I know you're saying, what would be what would be Orton's reason to flip on Cody when he just had a match with McIntyre? Because nobody would expect it. He can still RKO Drew McIntyre. You know, he can do that too. But then he comes back and he gets Cody Rhodes too. Because remember, Drew McIntyre has been putting in Randy Orton's head the whole time that they've had this little feud that they really should have did more with, but they had Jelly Roll and Logan Paul involved in that shit. This is why they dropped the ball with that superstar stuff. What did Drew McIntyre keep telling Randy Orton? Cody doesn't care about you. He's not a real friend. Look at all the things he's done going back to WrestleMania. He didn't flinch. He didn't flinch. He still put the crossroads on you and he didn't flinch. Maybe Randy Orton said Saturday night, fuck that. Now it's time for me not to flinch. That's what I would do. It would shock everybody. And Drew McIntyre would finally get what the hell he deserves. A championship title run, because the last one was during the pandemic and they were in the damn whatever the hell it was they were wrestling in where there was no fans. You know? And he's had nothing but embarrassing moment after embarrassing moment since then. WrestleMania 40, CM Punk hurting him after he won the title from Seth Rollins, got cashed in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, and Damian Priest was your champion that nobody really gave a damn about. And it was a stale title run for Damian Priest, and now he's back on the mid-card. All of these things just for a pop. And Drew McIntyre was the laughing stock out of all of that. The CM Punk stuff. The bracelet, laughing stock though. He's still just, even though he put on great feuds, it's time for you to repay him. And let him be a champion. I'm not saying for a long time, 3 to 6 months tops, but he deserves that. He deserves at least a good 3-4 month run. And then we can move on. Now, I know that's not going to happen, but I'm just saying, I would love to see Randy Orton with the heel turn against Cody, and they don't have to have the title to do that. While they're feuding, that's when Drew McIntyre can go against whoever. There's plenty of baby faces McIntyre can go up against, though, for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Well, what do y'all think? Do you like my prediction? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Again, I know Cody's going to win, but if Triple H was smart, that's what he would do. If he doesn't, I'm going to say he really just got this for me and he just, threw a curveball at everybody. What do you all say? All right, Randy Orton, the only one to walk in WrestleMania with every belt, says E. Randy Orton heel turn incoming, says E. I sure hope you're right, E. I really do. Thank you, Dave, for joining us. Wise Guy 1089. Purcell, thank you for the number 3 gifted badge. He says the Bengals will win. Back to YouTube. Randy will for sure turn at some point, says Smoke Wavy. Thank you for joining me, Smoke. I hope all is well with you, and thank you for joining the Great Debate Show. I haven't seen you before, and you very well may be right. I hope you are, and I hope it starts as early as Saturday. Smoke Wavy also said that CM Punk feud was amazing for both guys. It was. Now let's repay McIntyre, though. Punk got his shot, his karma from Drew McIntyre. You see how the dominoes fall? It's a domino effect. But it's time for McIntyre to be a champion. And not just for 5 minutes and somebody cashes in on him. Cody doesn't have to be the champion right now. He doesn't have to be the champion. You're not going to take it serious if he retains and then Orton does the heel turn. You're not going to really take Randy Orton serious as being the next champion because you don't think they're actually going to do that to Cody, and they're not. So how about them? How about those two feud, the title not being in the picture? Okay, y'all. That's all I got. It's been a great show. My 90 minutes is up. Until we meet again. Y'all be safe out there, and I will be back tomorrow to give you week 3 predictions in the NFL, and then Friday night down post show. I don't think I'll be back tonight after the game unless something wild and crazy happens, like the Miami Dolphins win. But if Buffalo wins like we predict, like we expect, I don't think there's a need to come back tonight for that live stream. Hope you all enjoy your Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow on a fantastic Friday. You too, Smokey. You too, Smoke Wavy. You have a good day too, bro. All right. Until we meet again, y'all be safe out there. Peace.